participation award. They gonna give you a Grammy and a crayon.
Why are we saying that? Go ahead.
Change to certain things of like awards that they want to present. So the first thing they had changed, they said they're gonna start doing the best album cover for a Grammy.
Best album
So I
cover.
was just like,
Okay.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
We're
So
just
niggas not
touching shit.
bullshitting. and
It's
just
gonna
putting
be
a-
some bullshit because I can only imagine the years where someone's like artistic work is not gonna get chosen. It's gonna be a picture of a nigga face. It's gonna be Abel.
Yeah, it's
He
gonna
gonna win that shit. Someone gonna draw a whole artistic
See how that
piece.
nigga looking at
they're
you?
gonna put it.
That's
if
what
they
happens
do-
if you don't subscribe.
Yeah. Subscribe to the jam.
And if they do have that, they're gonna have a subgenre with a nigga contemporary award for fucking album.
For,
So,
for the nigga
and
drawing.
so the biggest thing,
nigga drawing.
a nigga drawing.
That's pretty much what
Yeah,
they said
that's
with
pretty
the,
much.
They
with
gonna
the
get- they gonna
category.
give you
What
a Grammy
other
and a
what
crown.
other thing did they add to it?
Okay, so the biggest nigga participation award. They gonna give you a Grammy and a crayon, nigga. Here, nigga. Here, nigga.
Why are we saying that? Go ahead.
Okay, so the biggest thing and where the outrage was with, I'm sorry.
Hey, that's crazy.
I
bro,
can't.
but
No,
it's
that's
real.
actually crazy.
It's real though.
Here, nigga. You want a lollipop?
Take your crayon.
Nigga, grab. Take your Grammy, nigga.
And then you come back the next year. Okay, now I'm tight. So
right.
they had these awards and they just presented with country now. So they split. It went by the best country album. So now they have split it into two, into best traditional country album and best contemporary country album.
For the people that don't got brains at the crib, we got white country album, nigga country album.
If y'all didn't know.
Nigga. White people.
You want to know? Go ahead.
And I'm gonna take y'all, if y'all just
Yeah, take us on a
outraged
ride.
on a whole
Take us on a
thing.
ride.
That doesn't mean that. You guys make everything alright.
You don't know what. Okay, before we even get it. So last year, or not even last year, last Grammys, Beyonce was the first black woman to win the best country album ever. For the
Which
Grammys.
is ridiculous,
ridiculous,
mind you.
bro, yeah.
Considering niggas
We made
the
this shit.
genre.
We made this, and I'm gonna tell you. So there's different country awards. You have the best country solo performance, the best country duo/group performance, best country song, and you have the best country album.
As written
Plain and
as it
simple.
should be.
Plain and simple.
Plain and simple. And Beyonce was the first one to win it as a black woman. And the album, if y'all don't know, it's called Cowboy Carter.
Hey,
And I'm gonna give
everyone
y'all
should
more
know.
context. Cowboy Carter had 11 nominations with the Grammys. It was like the best-selling album of that year, and critically acclaimed. Like that's one of her best albums when it comes to scoring. Yeah, that people named it for.
people that I didn't even know.
Nigga, I
fuck
have
with,
not listened to a song.
neither
by
of our, people who I didn't even know fuck with country music like love that album.
Yeah,
Like, I
but
was
no,
like,
they
name
love
a song.
that
Bro,
album.
my, anytime
I got
get in
America
front
got
of
a
my
problem.
relationship,
That's America has a
Blasting
problem.
it.
That's the only fucking song.
That was amazing.
I gotta go listen to it.
So
AB
it
featured.
Yeah, AB
Yes, sir.
featured Doom. It debuted at #1 in several countries. It broke multiple records, mind you. This is a country album, so it broke hella records. This was like one of her best albums. People had said. So more context. In 2016, y'all know what the CMAs is, the Country Award.
Country Music
So she was there, and this was around the time she had Lemonade, and she had a country song. It was called.
Oh, and she got.
It was called Daddy Lessons, right? And she was performing with this other country group. It's called The Chicks, and they were there, and she was there, mind you. That was the highest viewership the CMAs has ever had because she was there performing. And the backlash from that was insane. They were like, we don't want her there because that song Daddy Lessons isn't country enough. She isn't country enough. And I'm going to tell you too, the CMAs ended up deleting like all like the promotional posts for Beyonce. And they had made an article and was like, well, it was deleted before, but like that doesn't help your case because you deleted the promotional post for a nigga, the biggest artist in the world that's about to perform at the CMAs.
It's nuts.
That's
They take
insane.
hun-
You deleted the promotional poster for Beyonce. That's like you deleted for Michael Jackson. Like, what are
Yeah,
you
what are
doing?
you
And then the
talking
biggest thing is y'all deleted that, but bro, that was the highest viewership when it came to the CMAs.
Yeah.
No one has ever been there that much when it came to having Beyonce there. So then after that, more history, how Cowboy Carter even came to effect was after that whole shit happened to CMA, she's like, everyone's saying she wasn't country enough. So she was like, I'm going to show
I'ma show
this
y'all
I'm
niggas,
actually
yeah.
country.
Yep, said the same thing about Lil Nas X too. Even though they had fucking Billy Ray Cyrus on the remix of Old Town Road.
He's not
And they
country
put his
enough.
fucking song in a different category.
He's not country enough. He's not there.
Not country
And she
enough.
was saying she wanted to tap into the roots of what it actually meant with country and being a cowboy. And she actually discovered that like a majority of cowboys started off as black. And she got into that. She added like folk into the album. She added a lot of country elements that especially that is very highlighted when it comes to being like black with it. Like with that whole Shabuzi shit when she was like, oh yeah, that's not where it originated when, bro, we know where it came from. So having that history, it took her 5 years to make this album.
So it's
now
not
with
like she
that
just went in the studio, did some bullshit, and was like, it's a country album.
Yeah.
Half
She
a
didn't
decade
bullshit
working
at
on it.
all. She's been to the CMAs. She's had the history with making this album. She's even tapped into what it means to be in country. Nigga, she's from Texas. So
She's from goddamn Texas.
Are you?
What
Like,
you
you
say?
I was waiting
goddamn
for you to
Texas.
get to that
From
point.
Texas.
She's
Yeah.
from fucking Texas.
and the thing is with Daddy Lessons was about her father, and her father is country. And
What part
taught
of
her a lot
Texas she
that.
from?
Is she from Houston?
Dallas?
Hold on, let me see. real quick.
Somewhere. I don't know,
Yeah,
but
can we get
I be
a
hearing
quick
her
fact check?
accent when she and her music. Like I
see.
feel like
I think she might be from Houston.
Houston. Yeah,
She's from Houston, Texas.
yeah.
So
Shout out
now,
Houston.
so now that y'all have the context of this, and
Beyonce
she won
from
that
Houston?
award.
what are you
So now
Jay-Z
that we,
finna shut the whole pod down.
nigga, the fucking what they be saying, Rock Nation,
Rock
Yeah,
Nation.
Rock Nation. Dude.
with a bottle of Ciroc. Did he? Okay,
Bottle
so,
of Ciroc.
That's crazy.
Just
Yeah, they finna. I know where the fuck you live. He's
Right.
he finna
Don't get
find
home
not
with a
even
bottle
his
to do it.
brand of liquor. Like,
Jesus
but going
Christ.
back into it, right? So having the history and the context of that, and she was the first black woman to win that award. So you're telling me the timing after now we're switching and dividing different awards.
So yeah, so now as soon as Beyonce won Country Album of the Year or whatever, then they switch and do two new categories, one being traditional country and the other one being contemporary country. So
What the
then
fuck
we were
is that?
discussing in it. We were discussing in like Chick-fil-A when we were talking. We're like, wait a second. If there's a genre of music that's being currently made, the term contemporary is referring to like modern, like
happening, existing right
if
now.
there's a genre of music that's currently being made, then the albums that are in consideration for winning in that category are all contemporary.
Every
Yeah.
single
They're
one.
a
every single
yearly
one.
award show where you're trying to look for music in a given category to give an award to. So now, what are you going to use to determine what is traditional country music, and what are you going to use to determine what is contemporary? If two fucking artists who make country music drop at the same time in the same year, then how is one contemporary and the other one traditional? Now, if y'all implement this and I start seeing people like Beyonce and Shabuzi winning contemporary as though black country is new hip happening, then I'm gonna crash because I'm like, I don't know what determined. There was not a significant change to the genre of music that is country to justify changing it because Beyonce won it.
Like,
And I was gonna say, what happened with Taylor Swift too?
Bro, Taylor Swift won a fucking Grammy for a country album before. She was like nominated like I think like 3 other times.
Yeah.
For in being country.
Yes,
We're
Taylor
talking about
Swift.
Taylor Swift, a pop star.
Taylor Swift,
from Connecticut.
the pop star. She did
she's a
country.
pop star.
She did money. Y'all don't know. Y'all don't know Taylor Swift past. She was. I know she did country music in the past, and then she became Taylor Swift. 1989, Bad Blood. Yeah, that's also her bag. So they're not
She
awarding.
from Reading, Pennsylvania.
They're not.
Connecticut.
They're not awarding the album, like the award, to the artist based on what proportion of your discography matches country or not. If that's
right.
the case, then Taylor Swift wouldn't win a goddamn thing.
Yeah.
They're awarding
A lot of people
the
wouldn't win a
music.
goddamn thing.
Yes, they're awarding the music, and you're telling me that a black woman from Houston
It's
The
because a few
biggest
niggas
thing,
got
bro?
butthurt, and a few niggas got butthurt because they didn't win, and then they must have.
Beyonce won, and them niggas got to that point.
They're
Like,
like, no.
we can't have this shit happen again, man.
Yeah, and I want to say
Niggas just
when I
mad
was,
you suck at everything.
Right.
when I was seeing it, I'm like, and then people were talking about, well, that's how subgenres develop, and a lot of people were saying, well, now this gives a chance to like people who make that classic
Fuck it.
country
Electro
music.
country.
And then this
Like,
is
what
what
the fuck? Yeah. Fuck
and the
you
thing
mean? Like-
is, bro, what I had the biggest problem with is evolution isn't anything when it comes to music.
Yes.
Through time, it becomes contemporary because the music evolves.
Yeah.
So the thing is with dividing that, especially with a time like now, it almost devalues the artist who wins that
Fully,
contemporary
yes.
award. Because now it's like, okay,
It's a
so
Here,
participation.
nigga.
Yeah, here, nigga.
here, nigga, because then if I win
if
that
yeah.
contemporary award, then it's like, okay, well,
It's
then
like,
I
damn,
really
I'm not
win a
traditional.
country
Alan wins
music
the
award.
contemporary award, and I win the fucking traditional award.
Which
It's
one's
like,
better? You
which
it's
one's better?
traditional.
The traditional is-
And then
Yeah.
what do you base it off of? Say like, what if the albums are similar? And then now it's like that person won the traditional and you won contemporary. No, you won the participation.
I better.
That's
Yeah.
really what
This
it
is what I
is.
better see. I better see, genuinely, I better see like contemporary better be like country drill or some shit.
Yeah.
Like it better be some nut
Yeah.
shit. And then like Beyonce and all
Yeah.
them other people better be in
To put it in
traditional.
Yeah.
to put
Because
it in
if you do
perspective,
it any other way than that, it looks like you just discriminate. You just
Yeah.
being racist.
To
That's
put it
what
in
the fuck
perspective, I brought up the example. I'm like, Playboi Carti doesn't sound like a lot of other rappers. And that entire era of like Playboi Carti, Lil Uzi or whatever was a distinct era. It was different from like the J. Cole's, the Drakes, the
Right.
all types of
Beats
shit.
different.
So
everything.
if Playboi Carti dropped an album and then we switched the category to be traditional rap and contemporary rap, what does that say?
Yeah.
You're now saying that like, wait, Playboi Carti is not like a traditional rapper. What does traditional rap mean? Rap just evolves through time. That's why the shit makes no goddamn sense.
It does.
Literally.
I want to give
White
It's
people
like,
fucking-
and with that comparison, it's like you got the emo rap, and then you got like rap, like the bar for bar type
Yeah,
shit, and then
boom
some
bap.
people they just go for strictly melody. All that is just still rap.
It's still rap.
Yeah.
It's still rap.
Still rap.
big
Still
thing
rap.
with it, bro, and why I say
Especially if you dropped an album on it.
Yeah.
like, because there's a bigger point to it, but it's clear to say it's not subgenre shit. It's a narrative being painted because the
Yeah.
reason, and there's another thing too. The reason why I brought the CMAs is because when it comes to country, you can't be black and be a really good country singer or rapper, whatever you want to be. When it comes to country, there's a narrative being painted, and the thing with Daddy Lessons, the song she made, the Grammys didn't even want to put it for a nomination for that country because of the backlash of people saying it wasn't country enough. So that song wasn't even on the Grammys during that time. And I want to make a bigger thing. Bro, the Grammys have been known for being racist. Gang, they had an award 5 years ago. Sure, they took it out, but gang, 5 years ago isn't that long. The best urban contemporary album. Think about what
urban,
I'm saying. The best urban contemporary album.
Urban sound like
Urban.
fucking
Yeah.
the Clintons in the 90s.
They, at that point, okay, so
Urban
urban
thugs.
contemporary. But you said, okay, so what category does that go to if it's urban contemporary?
Like what?
Yeah.
How
At
do
that
we
point, do
differentiate
you
whether
not
an
want to give the
album's
nigga
urban
that indie
contemporary?
award? Do you want to make that nigga that pop star? And the bigger issue is they don't want to do that because it's a clear narrative when it comes to being a black artist. You stay either making that R&B, you make that rap, and the big thing is these artists
You're not
know
making
that.
that rock. You're not making
know
that
what it
rock.
is?
These artists know that, so why would you keep going to the Grammys? And that's my big issue, especially with someone like Beyonce. Like, why are you still going when, one, they didn't put your song? Sure, you've won hella Grammys, that's nice. But they backlash you talking about your song that you know your country and you know what the intention was for that song. They didn't even want to put it up there. Her album, The Renaissance, there was controversy before they even put it in the electronic album because that's what it was. They wanted to make that a pop album rather than giving her an electric like dance album.
These niggas is the
Yeah,
thing that I will never understand is, and I get it, all of you dick riders in the comments like, oh, BET, because we're gonna bring up BET. I get it. BET's owned by white people. I know. Like that's the first thing you bring up BET. The first thing
Yeah.
everybody says, well, they're owned by white people. Okay, I know. Either way, right? That's be where it be disheartening because it's like, gang, you telling me all of these people, you got Hove, you got Beyonce, you got fucking all of these Brian, you got all of these billionaire fucking black people. and you telling me nobody want to come together, re-own BET, fucking just push all of our media throughout there. You know what I mean? Especially when it comes to like award shows and shit like that. Like if we were supporting things like BET more, if as a community we were supporting BET more and certain things, and they were supporting communities, like, you know what I mean, that hand in hand, bro, we could actually build that sense of community and build a new Grammys, build something that's fair, something that's not, you know what I mean? I was telling them yesterday, I'm like, and that's not to exclude white people. You got a lot of white people that's gonna be like, well, why can't I join?
Right.
Bro,
if you get it, you get it. And there will be a Billie Eilish sitting in that fucking BET crowd. There will be a Timothy Chalamet sitting, you know what I mean? Because if you get it, you get it. If you don't get it though, you just don't. Like, I don't know what the fuck to tell you.
Like, it's going to expand. Like, when it comes to the BET, like the main complaint is like the viewership. Okay, I understand that. So then you look at the viewership of the Grammys. Who did niggas want to see that year for the Grammys? They wanted to see Beyonce. So imagine all those people, you bring the viewership to the Grammys just for the next year to devalue your award, saying, you know what, we're gonna do a contemporary album. Why the fuck are you still going there? Why is Travis Scott still performing there? Why did The Weeknd come back?
Also think in a way,
Travis been snubbed so many fucking times, bro.
Wicked.
Christ.
I also think in a way it's I don't want to dwell too long, but I also think in a way it's like that fear of like, not even that fear, that ego almost, right? Where it's like, even with things like BET, like I feel like we don't want to have to market BET anymore. We don't want to have to, like, as a Beyonce, you don't want to have to market those things. We're in a minimalistic type era in terms of like it's like aura almost, where it's like you kind of want to have an aura, swag to your sense of whoever you are in the media, etc. You don't want to be sitting there like advocating for BET to like blow, you know what I mean? So the viewership, you don't think the viewership could get solved with like a few promo videos? Like if Bron and Beyonce and them was like, yo,
everybody come to BET
Awards. If everybody was like, yeah, we all at the BET Awards, it's gonna be a movie. Nigga, viewership would go the fuck up the same way when Kai Cenat's like, hey, I'm streaming the BET Awards. And he had 700,000 fucking viewers. Yeah, like, what are we talking about? Like, you can get the viewership.
I think that it's, we know what it is. That capital comes with a lot of shit. And the thing that a lot of people don't understand, and it's not even on the conspiracy tip, the thing that people don't understand is that, like, you don't need to overtly be like, you're black, you can't come outside to have an effect on the mindset of black people in a given area. If you are somebody who's been getting this money and that's like solving your problems or whatever, you're probably not that focused on like advocacy work because you're comfortable at this point. And you don't want to force every black person to be like a advocate for all types of But I want people to do things that are within their means that isn't that bad. You're a billionaire asking people to like make a play to like, hey, let's go do something else, let's have BET or some shit, is not that bad and it won't make you that uncomfortable. And the reason why I say that is because, like, yes, different things have different consequences for like black people in this country. But like when we've reached a point when like you can be a rapist and become the president of the United States, I genuinely don't think, call me crazy,
niggas gotta stop being scared.
I genuinely don't think that like you should be afraid in this area as a wealthy black person who has more protection than your average black person to say something. Because at the end of the day, they gonna have to bring something to you if they even want that. And a lot of these companies gonna make the calculation that's like, all right, what the fuck are we gonna say to Bron because he said an anti-racist thing? We're not really going to say anything to him. And they're not gonna scandalize themselves and cut a deal with him because he said that, because then they gonna get the fallout from that. So it's just like,
and on top of that, he's already been through the shut up and dribble shit, so you know how to navigate it.
You do. And
there are a lot of
big
people,
thing
a lot of
is,
celebrities.
like, you're saying, just to close it off, right? You're saying the culture's at the Grammys. I think the big thing when it comes to like niggas not like really taking BET like very serious when it comes to like the Grammys is like, it's the system. The system has been placed to be like, okay, the biggest validation as an artist, how you become that leading artist and you know you are good, is to get that Grammy. Rather than you have a BET that's for the culture and you look at Grammys, it's like, sure, the culture is there, but at the same time, y'all are still conforming to a system. So at the same time, how can you say it's for the culture? Because it's not. You're conforming, bro. Because you're conforming to the validation that these white people want you to think. When in actuality, it's not true. When y'all can just boycott this shit because the viewership, who are they there to see? The culture. So you can go to BET and make it a Grammys.
Yeah,
you can make it validating for other black artists coming up.
Can't
So
say you can't.
so this doesn't happen again.
I was gonna say you cannot say that you can't do that. It's impossible to say that like, oh, this is something that we just couldn't do, bro. At the end of the day, y'all have to start thinking outside this box, bro.
Same way these white people do.
Same thing these white people, and we're not talking about just that, like politically, everything. Like we are in an era where yes, it is required of all of us to think outside the box. So if you didn't think, or if you at home didn't think that doing BET or anything else besides the Grammys was possible before right now, you need to start thinking about it because at the end of the day, like you said, they're there to see them. If they decided to do some cool, like even if it's like slightly lower budget or some shit, it was like, yeah, we all finna be here with it. Turn up and they just have like streamers come or some shit. Like something. You can build it out a lot more.
You know what it is? We just dominate everything. That's what it is. They just scared for us to dominate shit.
Yeah, because like
we dominate country, now they want to make contemporary country.
And you know what's wicked though? I wouldn't even say dominate. We'll get like
people
a hair. Yeah, but I'm saying we'll get, as in like we'll get like a hair of something, and that fear is brought up as if they're not still a fucking 60% majority in this fucking country.
Yeah, and I think that like you said, at a certain point, the people who get it will get it. The people who don't get it won't get it. If they do anything like that, oh my God, DEI, we're doing okay.
That's why it's so That's
Keep
why
talking
it's like,
from your fucking couch.
Literally, because I was so frustrated seeing that because it's like at this point, what more will you take? They're literally saying, "Take this nigga award in your face." What more will you take, bro?
You're
And you're still gonna pull up next year, and you're still gonna clap like a good bitch. No, not Beyonce. Not Beyonce. Not Beyonce. I love you. Actually, I love you so much. Can I have a pair of Levi jeans? I love you.
The JAAM loves Beyonce. We part of the Beehive.
The JAAM, by default, we tried to fuck with as many people as possible, but we also just want y'all.
JJ, name 5 Beyonce songs.
Love on Top, Single Ladies, Lemonade, what's that one with Kent? Freedom, America Has a Problem.
Yo! Oh, he's still going.
Oh, he's still going.
I can't go.
Yeah, that's what do with the 5.
Yeah. Thank you for watching this long. If you haven't already, subscribe. What are you doing?
What are you doing?
What are you doing? You think we just sitting here doing it for nothing?
You think you're gonna sit here and not do
Need
shit?
to
Like
eat.
this shit.
I know you're not subscribed. Click it.
Cool.